All right. Should I just run it?
Let's run it.
All right, let's do it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Chips and Chops podcast. Today we're in Stockholm East, which is a creative community center here in South Bend. It offers a variety of things from 24-hour access and free Wi-Fi to a podcast video studio. With us today is Dennis Howell, who is a 19-year-old barber in South Bend. So, Dennis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How about you? How about you guys?
Doing
We're
good.
chilling.
There you go.
Bright and early.
Yes, sir.
So, you're I would say you're pretty well known around South Bend for being a barber, right? And you do that out of your basement, right?
Yeah, out of my basement.
All right. So what did you do before cutting hair?
Well, before I was cutting hair, especially my senior year, I was getting into coding. I planned on being a software engineer. So I did like AP Computer Science.
Yeah.
Just getting ready for that, like different like Udemy classes and stuff like that. My plan was to go to basically like a tech school. They called them coding boot camps where you learn like a specific coding language and then you like land a job like after a year. So I was getting to do that before I transitioned to cutting hair.
So what sparked your passion and made you stop coding and then start?
Coding's a growing industry. A lot of people are getting. A lot of people are trying to get into it.
Like that's the polar opposite of cutting hair.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I was always passionate about cutting hair, especially in middle school. But
have you been doing it like your whole life, or?
I'd say I probably started getting like dabbling in it. Like probably 6th, 7th grade.
6th, 7th grade.
Oh, like wasn't going crazy or anything,
Yeah.
but just kind of like family and friends, things like that. But what really like made me want to get into it was just the money in it.
The money?
Yeah, like one barber, he reached out to me and he was like, "Man, I think you can really be a 6-figure barber." And I was like, "Well, if I'm real passionate about it and I can also make good money with it, I think that's the direction I need to go in."
So
Six-figure barber in South Bend is really hard. I feel like with just like because like the competition around you is charging. I don't know. What do you charge?
I only charge $25.
Yeah, 25. So like that's like the average, and it's hard. That's like
yeah. Like I'll go to.
how many?
I went to the place near Notre Dame. It was like 35 to 40.
Yeah, but you
But
gotta think.
I'm guessing some people maybe pay you more as like a tip.
Yeah, tips and stuff like that. I mean, of course, I'm not making that right now.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
It's definitely a realistic goal for sure. But I mean, you gotta think about if barber's charging 35, 40 for a 30-minute haircut, you're doing two haircuts an hour. You're making like 70 plus an hour. You know what I'm saying? That's
like 150K a year if you're doing 40
And
hours a week.
most of it's cash too.
Yeah,
that must be really nice.
That
It's
too.
not taxed.
Oh yes.
I mean, he has to claim it, but it's not like it's completely not taxed. But there's a lot of loopholes.
Especially so when did you like realize that you could make a business out of it, and then what was it like to try to recruit all those clients and get people to come and let you cut their hair?
I mean, you're cutting what? I mean, like your brother said, you're cutting like 10 to like 10. Sometimes till like
10 a.m.
11
to 10
p.m.
p.m.
Yeah, like 11 p.m. I'm always cutting to like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
But, like, what was your first question? 'Cause you had, like,
What made you realize that you could like make a business out of it?
Well, it was like I think it was like October. I think my program was gonna start in like November, December.
Was this of your senior year or?
This was like after my senior year.
The year after. Okay.
So most people in my class.
And you were 18 at the time, right?
Yeah,
most
so,
of your people.
So like most people in my class were like freshmen in college. But like when that barber reached out to me and just encouraged me to like pursue barbering, like I just looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, well, I already have a good clientele. It's
How
really
many people were you cutting at the time?
Man, it's really hard to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I was making some good money with it for sure at the time. If I had to guess like how many clients I probably had that time, I'd say maybe anywhere from like 100 to 200 clients.
Wow.
When we're looking back like a year ago. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, barbering's kind of hard because I mean, they're getting haircuts. I get a haircut once every 3 months.
Yeah, but
I'm like a once
I
every
know
6
some
months type
people.
of guy.
Some
Like,
people get like 1 or 2 times a week. I know that, or
Yeah,
not
it's like
one or
once
2
every
times a
2
week.
weeks.
1 or 2 times like a month. But
yeah, I mean,
there's some people that you do like every week, or
yeah, I have guys like will come every week. I have some guys.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I would say like on average, the average guy probably comes like every 2 to 3 weeks.
Every 2 to 3 weeks.
especially like for my kind of color.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So yeah, it works for sure.
So what is it like running your business at a young age? Like you said, like so everyone, all of your peers are, they're in college right now. Everyone that you graduate high school with, they're either working or they're in college, and you're doing something that nobody else is doing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I imagine that's probably a struggle, or it's amazing, So what's it like? All the people you went to high school with, your friends are probably in college right now.
I mean, to be honest, it's really easy going, especially for me. I have a booking app. So, it just shows like all the slots I have available, and then people just take them, and then, like I have like 600 clients, so
Yeah.
You're up to 600.
Yeah, so
That's so cool.
I stay booked up. So
Stay
I mean, the
booked
only
up.
real thing
Stay
like
booked up.
like just filling like cancellations, which happen every once in a while. But besides from that, bro, it's pretty easy going, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like the day to day like? Like how many days a week do you work?
Well, I'm cutting 6 days a week, but
6
it
days a
also
week.
depends like what day we're talking about because I'm also in barber school right now.
Okay.
Oh,
So, like-
okay, because I was wondering that because I know barber school, you kind of need it because then you can get like insurance and whatnot, right?
No.
Because there is insurance that barbers need for if they completely mess up and cut someone, right?
Yeah, but that's not like you don't need a license to
Yeah.
like have that. The license it really just means like you can cut in the shop.
Yeah.
If
Is that what you want to do? Is cut in a shop?
Like
Have like a brick and mortar
obviously
place?
probably not go into a shop with someone else, but maybe your own shop.
Yeah.
I mean that too. Like if you want to open up a shop, if you want to cut in the shop, you need your license.
Make it like a LLC.
Yeah,
But if
That'd
you're
be so cool.
but if you're doing it in your house, you don't need anything
nah.
because it's kind of off the books. Kind of.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
That makes
that's
sense.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how did you so you said a year ago you're 100 to 200 clients, right? Well, how did you get to like you're at 600 clients right now? And then what was like actually I'll start with this. What's like the learning process been? Right. So what's been the process of becoming such a great barber? Because it's an art, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And growing your clientele.
Really, when I first started, I was just watching a bunch of YouTube videos, just buying like different online courses, just trying to learn as much as possible. Now, what I've gotten into is like barber lessons. So I had like some of the best barbers in the city. They've been giving me barber lessons where we go like one-on-one on a haircut, and I feel like just the hands-on and just being able to have like that constructive criticism right away. That's really helped me like even progress to the next level.
Yeah.
So
Who are some of the local barbers besides yourself that are like have a big name out there?
I don't know if you've heard of Julio Cuts.
He does the Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Is he in? Does he do it at Notre Dame or does he have his own little thing?
He has his own shop like in Mishawaka, but like every week he's going up to Notre Dame cutting the football players.
No,
and
that's
stuff
really
like that.
cool.
And so he's the one that's like kind of training you in a way.
He it's not him particularly. But I do reach out to him every once in a while if I have a question. My boy Diego, the barber, he's more like a low key barber on here, but I mean he charges $40 a haircut. He'll be booked up like a week or two in advance.
That's
so him for sure, and then also my big brother Groovy the barber. He charges like $35 a cut right now, but I mean he's got like 2,000 clients.
Yeah.
So he's doing his thing for sure.
That's like that's your brother? Like
I
okay, yeah. I was gonna say because it's kind of feel like you're in like a little business family, right? Like Aaron has his own thing. He's running the clothing brand. He's only 17. You're 19. You have your own business. Those
Howells raised different.
That's crazy, right? I feel like that. I mean, that'd be a great environment to kind of be in, like entrepreneurial and all that type of stuff.
Sure.
Did your parents like instill something in you guys at a young age to do something that's very out of the ordinary?
No, I mean
It's just how you guys are, like creative individuals.
no, man. I mean, really, like coming like in high school, I really just want to make good money,
Make good money.
and whatever I had to do to get to that,
Get
that's
that
just what I
buck.
was gonna do. So,
If-
I mean, they never like push entrepreneurship. On
Yeah.
us. They just push like work hard, just pursue your passion, and I mean, I think that's what me and my brother are really doing right now.
Because I mean, you went from going to was the coding school like full-time college or it was just an online thing?
It was an online course. It was going to be maybe 20, 30 hour a week course, like in terms of like the classes and stuff.
And
like
for how many years was that going to be?
it was going to be for like 9 months.
Oh, 9 months. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then you were going to go to get like a job
Yeah,
in the field
It's like a software.
as like a software designer. So I mean, leaving that to then go do your own thing is so like cool.
Yeah, that's taking a risk. That is, Would you say if being a barber wasn't if there wasn't a lot of money in it, would you still do it?
No.
So what your reason to do it is for the money, right?
I'm very passionate about it,
Yeah.
and I love what I do. But I mean, I'm not going to do anything if there's no money. And that's
Yeah.
just me personally.
Yeah,
It
'Cause,
feels
I mean,
like-
you get to meet a lot of people doing
That-
it, right?
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
That's
a lot of
what I would say.
Having a connection with someone, cutting their hair. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you're making them look beautiful.
Oh, yeah. There you go. For sure.
Yeah, you're making them look good. You're gonna get them a couple dates, something like that.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to get him to start it off with saying, "Meet the hair doctor."
A hair doctor.
I don't know if anyone ever calls you that. The hair wizard.
Dr. Dennis. I
Dr.
that.
Dennis.
There we go.
Dr. Dennis, that's crazy,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Yeah, I think It definitely is. Like, you have to have a really attention to detail to do it.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
And like to hold a conversation with someone while you're doing that. I feel like, for me personally, I would struggle with that.
Yeah.
But it seems like to you, if you're cutting 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day, you know, you're talking to people for 12 hours a day. You must have a really high battery then.
I mean, you kind of get used to it.
You get used to it.
Just being able to multitask. So,
Yeah.
You get used to it.
No, that's awesome.
Do you ever want to like get out of the basement?
I mean, once I get my license, my plan is actually to go to Julio's.
Go to Julio's?
Work in a Julio's shop? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that at? Is that you said Mishawaka?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, like, he charges $70 a cut, like...
70.
Yeah.
That
and
is
then,
crazy.
Like, there's another barber, and then there are 2 barbers, and that charge 60, and then, like, 2 or 3 other barbers that charge, like, 40, so... I feel like just being surrounded by those kind of barbers would definitely be great for my career.
And you just kind of have to rent the chair, right?
Yeah,
That's what. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what was it like, you know, in the last year you've gotten what, 500 more clients, right? So what's like your way to get clients, right? Like, how do you market yourself?
Well, what one of the barbers told me when I was like trying to build my clientele, he was like, every guy you cut, have them posted on social media.
Yep.
And when you think about it, you like when you do that, you're having what 500 to like 2,000 people, you know,
Probably.
see your work. So I mean, easily off that, you can get maybe 10 to 15 ads, and then you know maybe 2 or 3 of them will convert into clients. So that's really just my method of building clients. Like I know when I cut Blake Wesley like a year and a half ago, I had like 50 ads off him.
Yeah.
So you know, like that definitely built your clientele pretty fast.
So is Snapchat your main way of marketing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've gotten to like other like marketing techniques like TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah, no,
Facebook.
that's something that I see a lot of hair. There's like this one barbershop that always comes up on my For You page. It's like a Instagram or it's a TikTok live, and there's like 2 barbers that each have their own live, but they're like in a mall, it looks like, and they just like live stream their entire haircutting process.
That's kind of cool. Have you seen the guy who he does like braids?
He's like
Juanito.
Yeah, and it's like people who you
go.
yes,
Yeah.
he has them shake it out. I think that's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also like he gets people who I wouldn't think have enough hair to get braids, and he makes it work. Sure. No, that's really cool. How many like unique clients would you say that you have in like a month? Like for the month of October, how many new people have you cut?
I think I average like 30, 35 new clients a month. Because I typically get like 100 new clients every 3 months, so I'd say around that number.
Wow. It's like exponential growth. Like what do you think that you could ever cap out? I mean, at some point if you're working 70, 80 hours a week right now, right?
Well, cutting hair, I'm cutting maybe like 40 hours a week, and then with barber school, that's maybe like another 25.
Okay.
But yeah, only cutting about 40 hours a week right now.
To get more clients when you have to start working more though, right? Or you squeeze it
not
out?
necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Because I mean, some of them just will have to wait another
Yeah.
day. It's kind of like it just like makes the scheduling a little harder for them. But
Yeah, that's really all it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, the more clients, the better.
Yeah.
You know?
Who would you say are some of the who are some of your favorite clients that people might not even know of, who are some of your clouded clients, I guess?
well, he said Blake Wesley.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've only cut him one time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say
He's in San Antonio
Yeah,
now.
I'm not
so.
gonna say he's a consistent client. What was your question again? Like, what was the
Who
first part of
are-
your question?
I'll say this: who's your favorite client? Who are some of your favorite clients?
Who's my favorite client? Man, I wish I could have prepared for this. Just like some that come off the top of my head. CT Trev. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I think I've like seen him on social media.
He like hangs out with Dora a lot. That's my boy. Roop, that's like a little brother to me. Robert Allen, he played for Clay. That's my guy. He's coming to me like once every week or two.
Oh wow. I couldn't imagine that. That's so much money.
Oh yeah, I mean like
It's like spending on your hair, but
yeah, not for sure. I mean when you're trying to get that line,
Yeah.
when you're trying to have that line all the time,
and you're going out, you know, I can definitely understand it.
Do you cut your own?
I used to cut my own hair during the pandemic, but now like it just takes so much time. I just have someone else cut my hair right now.
Yeah. And how often do you go?
I get my hair cut once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah, I gotta keep the fade looking.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, that's awesome. And then who would you say are some of like the clouded clients that you've had? Some of like the bigger names like Blake Wesley or
Door, right?
Yeah,
Or do you
Door.
not-
Is
do
that
you-
the
do you
guy who
cut his-
runs
He's the guy that runs
Dimensions?
the Dimensions.
Yeah,
Bro, I want to go. I should go in there. I've like Grant was in there. Flicks by Grant.
yeah.
My friend Elijah has been there.
Yeah, Door, that's definitely my boy. I will get like 20 ads off him like every time I cut his hair. So him for sure.
Was he your class?
No, he was 2 years ahead of me.
2 years,
2 years
ahead of
ago.
you. Okay.
At Adams or
He
Yeah,
was
no,
at, he was at Riley.
oh Riley.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought he was Adams, and then he graduated and made his own thing. Okay.
Nah, yeah, Riley. But Door, clouded.
It's kind of a bad word. Joe.
Yeah. Well, I
I know what you're saying. Like who has like more clout, like a lot of clout. Roop's got a good amount of clout. Man, it's hard to think of. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
most clouded.
I mean, you have 600. It's hard to go through them.
yeah.
Most clouded. I mean, Trev, he's got a
Yeah.
he's got a good following. I don't know if you know who Divine Johnson is. He's got a good following on TikTok, like making like video game stuff like that.
That's cool.
So I say some guys like that.
Yeah. So, what would you say are some of your like short-term goals right now? So you've been a barber for doing your own thing for probably around a year right now. Would you say?
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah.
And a half,
So like, what are your goals for like the next year?
for next year. Well, right now I do 45-minute appointments. So my goal is like by the first of the year to get you 30-minute appointments.
30 minutes.
Is it 45 because you just take more time like,
Yeah,
precising it, or
yeah,
it's
just
just you
taking more
talk to them too long?
Nah, just taking more time, like just precising the haircut. That's all.
So
Yeah.
you do one an hour, or do you do one every 45 minutes? Like you have it 45 minutes scheduled.
I have every appointment for 45 minutes right now, but my goal is like by the first of the year to get you 30-minute appointments. Just so I can get closer to that like 6-figure mark. So that's the goal. Be able like to raise my price a little bit more. I mean I definitely can, but I want to do it where like I know I'm still booked up like 2-3 days in advance at least.
It's also nice that you can cut someone's hair who wouldn't be able to spend $40 on a cut, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's that's like a good thing for you to do.
Oh yeah, and then like the clients that like value my service more, they're gonna
For sure.
tip $40-$50, whatever.
But what's the biggest tip that you've gotten?
If you want to say.
$100.
$100.
$100
on a $25 cut.
Oh yeah.
That's a 400% tip.
Oh yeah.
That is incredible.
Oh yeah.
And then what would you say long term are your goals? Is barbering something that you want to do?
Well, I mean, by next year you want to be in the shop, or is barber school? How long is it?
For me, it takes a little bit longer because I'm part time.
Yeah.
So like allow me to cut hair outside of class full time. So for me, I'll be graduating in like late February. It's gonna be a minute, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah. So saving for like in the next 5 years, what do you want to accomplish with your business?
So in the next 5 years, I'm gonna be 23. Oh, well, I actually think about this a lot, like what I want to accomplish by the age of 25.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, I want to make barbering more passive, because like right now, if I'm not behind the chair, I'm not making money.
Yeah.
So just like get into like more passive sources of income, whether that's like YouTube, online courses.
Having other people work with you, like imagine you
that too.
You scale it and you can move out of Julio's and have your own, and then
have it be
have
Dennis's.
barbers work for you.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of people don't know. Like I know one barber up in Canada. He owns he has his own barber shop. He makes $90K a year just off the barber shop. So
like
maybe,
off his people, like the people that work in his shop.
Yeah, just off the like.
Wow.
Off the,
Yeah, because they have to pay
barber
rent
shop.
and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
and off the booth rent and stuff like that. So, barber shop. That's something I've definitely thought about for sure. Or what I really want to do by 25 is open up my own barber school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then just hire an instructor, right? You don't have to be there on a day-to-day basis. You got to think about if you're charging like $20,000 for tuition, you got like 20 students in there, you're making like $400K a year just off of school. Like
And that's like an online thing? That would be an online thing, you think?
I mean, like right now, I think
Like you can be one of those like $19.99 or
Yeah.
$19.99 a month for
for sure.
YouTube course.
I mean, I know a lot of the barber schools that I know of personally, like they're more like in person. But hey, we'll see where their industry goes in the next 6 years. But I know someone that I think like someone's example that I really think about a lot. Steve Harvey's old barber that like, he would bring on tour and stuff. He owns 4 salons and 2 barber schools in Texas. He makes $6 million a year off of that.
That's incredible.
So that's I mean, who knows if I can get to that number? But that's definitely someone who I kind of want to model.
Yeah.
Model myself after.
So looking back, who would you say has inspired you the most to pursue what you're pursuing?
Oh, that's an easy question. That's my big brother, Groovy the Barber. You know, we just built.
How long has he been doing it?
I think he's been doing it either 4 to 6 years.
Is he local?
He cuts in Fort Wayne, then he'll come up like once a week, Thursdays to get his clients. You know, get like anywhere from like 18, like 25 guys in.
Yeah,
so
wow.
In one day?
Oh yeah,
he's on the grind too.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
He's definitely doing his thing for sure.
So what type of stuff has he taught you?
He was someone that I was taking lessons from for like a year, so I learned a lot from him, and just also like the example he sets with like how precise and detailed he is with his cuts. I mean, he's always challenging me and pushing me to make my cuts even better, and then just also his work ethic. He's one of the hardest working people I know. So
You know, that's two important things: is work ethic.
oh
And
yeah,
yeah.
100% in consistency for sure. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm always thinking like, okay, if I want to get to his level with how he is with his cuts, because I consider it like, out of the people that I've watched cut hair in person, I would say like he's the best barber I've seen, like with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking like, okay, if I want to get to his level, this is how hard I'm gonna have to work, you know. So you know, that's someone that definitely inspires me to do what I do for sure.
No, that's awesome. Can you hear? Like,
What is that noise?
I mean, my phone's right here, so I know it's not on.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is either. Hopefully nobody's like calling me or something. That might mess up the camera. I'm like, let me go check.
I don't think that's a phone call. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's fine.
It might be the girls, bro.
And they're in my line at 8 a.m., bro.
It might be 8:30 a.m.,
Yes,
but
sir.
Bro,
they're tapping in.
the girls before 9 a.m. are crazy.
They tap in as 2 to 3 days in advance, just like Cuts by Dennis.
There you go. Yes, sir.
So what would you say are some of your more long-term goals? Like, you know, it seems like it's good money. Like, would you want to retire by 55 and then just live life?
Like,
or?
do you want to cut for?
I haven't really thought that far in advance, like what age I want to retire by.
At some point, you might just get arthritis, right? Like, if you're using your hands all day.
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm more into like financial freedom.
Yep.
Where like I don't have to work if I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't think I'll ever really retire in the traditional sense where like I'm just not working.
Yeah, I think retiring is a very broad thing.
Yeah.
Because like deep down, like you still want to be making money even if you're not doing work. So like,
Yeah.
I'd be fine if I'm not working, but I'm still making money at like 70. You know.
Oh yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like-
Like you can be
Yeah.
70 and you have your online course where you're getting money from that
passive
online
income.
course.
So
And
I feel like the better word like for our generation is like financial freedom.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I know retirement, like where you're just not working. Because I know a lot of like older people, like when they retire, they're like super bored. They have nothing to do. So I don't know if retirement's the best word, but financial freedom, that's definitely a goal of mine for sure.
Yeah. And then when you agree, like, David too, like when you would retire, you'd still want something that you could work on, right?
Oh
Yeah.
Like I feel like I wouldn't be able to function, you know, what, I don't even know it.
just watching like TV.
Watching TV.
Or waking up, reading the newspaper, and then like watching
I would
TV.
feel like I would definitely feel the need to be productive in some sort of way. And that doesn't even have to be like making money. That could just be building relationships or
Exactly. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the book it was, but it was one book I read about financial freedom, and it said like it's not about like not doing anything with your day, but financial freedom is about like getting your time back, where you don't have to spend 8 hours of your day at a 9 to 5. You know, you can just do what you want to do with your life and be more do what you're passionate about and just have more control of your day. So I feel like that's something.
You said that was from a book.
Yeah, from one of the books I've read in the past.
That's awesome. No, that's
Do you read a lot of books? Or not really anymore?
Not read, but I do listen to a lot of books.
Yeah.
Listen, just like you can definitely get even more out of books, but you know, just like in the car, in the shower, washing dishes, you know, it's really easy just to turn on like.
Do you do it while you're cutting hair, or you just do music when you're cutting hair?
I'm just playing music. I mean, it just makes for a better experience.
Yeah, I mean, if
But,
I was gonna cut, and
you gotta have like a
listen to-
12-hour playlist or something, though.
Bro, my playlist is like I think anywhere from like 40, 50 hours right now.
Yeah, no,
That's
it definitely needs to be
incredible.
long because if you listen to the same
Yeah,
100
yeah.
songs every day, it's like
Oh yeah, it's definitely it would definitely get repetitive. So I gotta keep the playlist fresh for sure.
No, that's really awesome.
Oh yeah.
David, do you have any other questions or me neither? So Dennis, where can they find you?
I mean, he's trying to get up to 1,000 clients.
That's definitely the goal. My goal is really to get to 700 by the end.
700. That's
By the end of the year. Okay.
So
what do you?
You're on track to do that.
What do you consider a client? Someone that gets like more than one cut, or like someone that's repetitive once a week, or not once a week, but once a month?
Well, according to Booksy, which like tracks like how many clients I have, I'm a client just like when someone books with you. So
Okay.
even if you like get a haircut one time, like the first time you come to me, you're still considered a client. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
you
want to
have something that tracks that then? Your booking app tracks that.
Yeah, my booking app like tracks how many clients I have.
No, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if they're still listening, where could they find you?
You can find me on Snapchat d.how11. You can also find me on Instagram Dennis Cuts, or even you can look me up on Booksy at Dennis Cuts, and I should come up like right up.
All right, and then check out Dennis. Yeah, he's the hair doctor, Dr. Dennis.
Yes, sir. Dr. Dennis, I love it.
And then if you're still watching, check us out on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Chips and Chops Podcast. All right, peace.